All right.
Hello, Gigi.
Yo.
What's up,
Hello.
Gigi?
We got a few things to
Nothing
talk
much.
about.
Okay, okay.
Listen, Gigi, let's just get to the straight bottom of this shit, all right? Because I feel like, if the things that are going on is true, I don't know why you're doing it. So, what is your relationship with Edgar?
Okay. Well, like I told you the other day, he had information on the FIB, and I wanted that information, and we started hanging out. And at this point, it's nothing more than hanging out occasionally and talking about that stuff. That's what we're going for.
Are you involved with the Faceless?
Nope.
So, why did you explain to him the card he got before he even knew what it was?
Do you remember a long time ago when I tried to tell you about a job that Luciano and I did?
Yeah.
And I was like, we assassinated some guy, and you said, sure, buddy.
Yeah.
It's that.
Okay, so you
I
know
knew
about the
their
Faceless
name
then?
from that. Yeah. That was a long time ago. It was me, Luciano. You were told about this, I think. Skipper, Vito, and Donnie were on that job.
Okay.
And that was over the summer. We did that, and that was the end of that. Didn't hear from them since. So when Edgar just randomly kind of goes, hey, have you seen this? And shows me a card. Of course I do know that name. I didn't give him any information
Okay,
on that.
do you know what the card symbolizes?
No.
You have no idea.
No, it could be anything. When I was talking to Edgar about it, he asked me if I knew, and I said no because I hadn't, seen an actual card like that before. And I told him, well, when murderers perform a murder and they leave some sort of calling card, it's just saying, "Hey, I did this," right? Like a warning, either a warning or just saying I did this, simply declaring. And I told him that much, but that is me talking about that, not telling him this is what this definitely is.
Okay, so you didn't tell him like this card means you're marked, this, that, and the third.
No.
Okay. And are you guys close? You and Edgar?
I would say I think he thinks we're close. If he calls, I will talk to him. I have helped him out before, but I told him he's gotta, anything
what
that I
way?
helped him out with.
Yeah, in what way? In what way?
So I let him leave some stuff in one of my properties for a bit. And this was well before like a lot of this shit was going on. But it was still in there. So I told him, hey, you need to remove that stuff because I'm not having you in that place.
I just kind of do want to bring Edgar here. Okay. And you don't work with Edgar regarding this Faceless shit at all?
No. What has happened is I've been hanging out with him for other stuff. Initially, it was just for a day we were running around looking for clues related to the FIB because he had a riddle that I had never seen before. So I was sticking with him on that to see what that was.
Yeah.
A car started following us. And he didn't say it was them. This was before he showed the card to me or anything. He just was like, oh yeah, these guys have been following me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? At some point, he stops the car. He gets out and walks way over the next hill so I don't see him. He goes past it. He's there for a bit, comes back. I was with him and one of his other boys. After he comes back, he sidebars with me, shows me the card, and I realized that was them. So when I've been with him and they've been involved, it has been only them following him. But they have not walked up to us and talked to us. I have actually not spoken to them at all. The only time they said anything to me was when we did that initial job. Many, many, many months ago.
So
And they
are
weren't
you
talking to me.
marked?
Are you marked?
Yeah.
I thought you just said you didn't talk to them ever.
They walked up to me and handed it to me silently and walked away.
But okay.
Yeah. So they've showed themselves to me. And that's it.
Oh,
No
man.
conversations, no jobs, nothing. And that
Okay.
was when I was with Skipper.
And how long have you been marked for?
Less than a week. A few days, really.
Wait, when you were with Skipper, the Faceless came up to you and they didn't say a word? You guys didn't have a conversation?
Yeah. So there was a day, I'm going to assume he mentioned this to you. There was a day I was talking to him in the forge. I was just hanging around. It was very late at night. I'm running around on a rooftop thinking, doing phone calls as I do. I look over. He's also on a rooftop near where you guys have your area. So I'm like, it's funny to mess with him. I drive up to the forge, park my car, walk into the forge. I'm just doing it to get him to follow me in, and then I mess around with him. That's all. And we were talking about nothing. We were just hanging out. I hang out with him a lot at night because we boost and shit. No one's around, So we're talking in the forge about nothing, and that guy just shows up. He just reveals himself, walks in, sits there, stares at us from the smelter. We stand there, look at him. He walks up to me, hands me one, and walks away. Says nothing. That is it.
Can you define like messing around?
Yeah, so it's genuinely really stupid. In the forge, there's a spot where there's a crack in the wall, and I could slip through it. So what I did was I slipped through the crack, waited for Skipper to walk in after me, and I whispered at him from there. And then I dragged him into the little area I was in, and I went, "This is my office now." That is it. Quite literally just dicking around.
Okay.
And then we were just hanging out in the forge talking.
And I know we talked about this briefly before, but so the text to Larry, like, what is that all about?
So I think this organization does a lot of business in talking to people and sowing seeds of doubt and trying to pit people against each other. And I think, this is a guess, I think they use Edgar for a lot of this, potentially. Or maybe they just let him do it. And I think he talks to people, gets them to do stupid shit, gets them to keep secrets for him, a lot of this stuff, and it causes a lot of issues. Now, I think Larry is someone very susceptible to that stuff. So I sent him texts. I did intend to talk to him for longer, but I only got to be on a call with him for like a minute. And I just said, look, just be careful. Just be careful. There's a lot of shit going down, and just know that you probably don't have all the information. Don't act rashly.
But what information do you think that he had?
The thing is, I don't know. And it's not that I think Larry had information, it's that I think he doesn't. And what happens is people keep getting told information that they didn't know or weren't supposed to know. And it gets messy because then they start freaking out. They start trying to poke, pry, look for more information because they're understandably, they don't know what's going on. And it goes to shit. And knowing him, he's one of the people who will absolutely freak out over this stuff. So it's
Okay.
just me trying to get a quick call with him so I can warn him.
You know that Larry's marked?
Is he? It's not something I knew.
Okay. And you had no idea that he was marked when you sent him that text?
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. A lot of shit just seems very sus, Gigi. I'm gonna be honest. It just seems like there's so much shit going on in the background, and it's hard for us to tell what's what anymore.
No, I know. And this is, with this situation, the thing that makes it most difficult is that we know they value silence and they don't want things talked about. And no one knows who knows what. And it's the perfect storm for so much misinformation and everyone being sus of each other.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
It's just how it is. And that's why I'm saying I think this is the game they're playing. Not that I know that there is anything to do against that, but I think that's their game.
Okay. I mean, I got more. You got any other questions, Mark?
Anything you guys need, you ask. I'll say what I can.
I think it was just good to clear most of that shit up, honestly, because from our end, it just looked like very, I guess, more sus than what it was. I don't know.
And
Plus,
that's
just having
fair.
the disconnect was just stupid. Like, it was just better just catch each other up on what the hell's going on.
No, straight up, just call me up. And a lot of things I've known about
Lying does
a
not
lot of the
believe a
shit
word
that
that's going on, by the
I
way,
talked to
guys.
you, Marty,
We're
about
bullshitting.
CJ doing and everything
Just so you
for a
guys
long
know.
while. But that wasn't related to
Mhm.
this. It wasn't supposed to be part of this. That was the Norman shit.
Yeah,
other
that was
stuff.
the Norman shit.
Yeah, and I think all of this going down at the same time makes this shit so convoluted. It's so easy to conflate everything with everything else, and it just gets messy as hell.
Yeah,
I
for
agree.
sure.
I agree because
That part I agree with a lot. Yeah.
I thought at
Zuko,
first
what are you doing
that,
over there, bro?
that Norman was teaming up with this whole face bullshit, and I was so
Yeah.
confused, and that's why I was telling CJ to stay away from everything in its entirety.
No, and
It's
that's
fucking
understandable. It's all going down at the same time, And the problem is, it's all these beams are crossing, and both myself and kind of separately Edgar are in the middle of most of these things with communication. Same with Skipper and CJ. So, you know, when it gets brought to your attention all at once, it's just a fucking mess.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right,
But
and Edgar's
again-
also involved with Norman Bones too.
Yeah, he is. He is very much so.
And wait,
And,
in what way?
He's
So-
trying to bring Aaliyah back.
Yes, he wants to resurrect Aaliyah. I know where her body is, by the way. He revealed all of that to me.
Aaliyah who?
Aaliyah, I don't remember her last
Court?
name. Court?
Yeah, Court, yeah.
Oh, hell no. Keep that motherfucker dead, bruh.
Well, he killed her. He stored her body away. He can't get to it because someone else owns the building. And he's just trying to figure out what to do. And he thinks somehow in his mind that dealing with Norman, he can maybe do his bidding and then in return get
Yeah,
her
that shit sound
resurrected.
boring as hell with all due respect. I don't give a
That
fuck
shit's
about all this
crazy.
fucking stupid ass shit. Edgar's
No,
a
it's
Frank
crazy.
don't believe in
crazy.
Norman.
But
we
listen,
don't talk about
guys,
him.
I gotta head out.
Right.
It was good to clear shit up, right, Gigi?
All right, all
Thank you
right.
for meeting with
If
us
you
and
need anything,
being
you call me,
transparent.
all
Yeah, you as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. We'll keep it
Hey,
more
Hey,
connected.
watch out for the South.
Thank
They're
you.
blooding people out for calling Clark a pussy. Be careful.
Don't call Clark a pussy.
interesting.
Do not
Don't
call
catch
Oh, I
Clark a
won't. I'm
pussy.
so
Whatever
scared
you
they'll
do,
kill me.
Call him a penis.
whatever you do, don't call Clark a
Dickhead.
pussy.
Okay,
We're
I
going
won't. I'll
dickhead.
die. I know. I know.
All right, watch your back.
All right.
Fuck the South.
North side!
What do you think of that, Mark?
What do you think?
I usually go like with a general rule sometimes that when a story sounds very confusing, it's mostly because it's built on lies. And that story was extremely confusing.
I wasn't that confused.
Brother, it's like it was okay. No, I'm not marked. Oh yeah, I was marked. Did you ever talk to them? No, never talked to me. Wait, so did you speak to them? No, they just gave me a card and signs. It was very. There's
a lot of holes
a
in
lot
the
of
story.
holes were being poked very easily. It was very weird. I don't know.
But
it was,
she
it was
hasn't
strange.
talked to them.
I don't think that's true, Martin. I was marked, and within 24 hours, I received a phone call from them, and literally spoke to them. She's been marked for over a week and a half.